Good morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whatever it happens to be, wherever you are watching right now, watching the VOD, whatever it happens to be. We have a match today between cemo and OK Beamer. These are the, I believe, semifinals. Yes, semifinals of the mouse bracket. Winner of this match goes on to face Essie in the finals of this series, not of this particular match. That's a best of three, I do believe. Uh, and the loser of the series will go on to face Phoenix Down to see who gets third place overall in the mouse bracket. So this particular series is not a well, you don't get knocked out. I can't think of the word for it right now, but it seems we already have a prediction started. Somebody getting right on top of that. Which suit will we find first? The correct answer is always Varia suit. It's the better suit. It looks better in my opinion. A lot of runners prefer to find it first because gravity opens up so many locations. I'm excited for this match today. Both of these runners are quite skilled. Obviously, if they've gotten to this point in the bracket, there can be some luck involved in randomizer, but if you make it this far into the bracket, you have to be really good at the game. Absolutely, 100%. Quick shout out at the very beginning here to WJG for the restream and also generally uh, coordinating everything here today. And an extra little shout out to Sailor Jade for being our tracker today. And of course, a thank you to our runners, Cemo Rocks and OK Beamer, for putting on a show for us. This is the SMRAT Mouse Semifinals. It looks like our runners will be off shortly, although the restream is not on. There we go. Yes, runners will be off shortly. Okay. And here we go. Go. Okay, just a little bit of a stream delay for me. That is all. There we go. They are now off. They'll be heading left, going down, getting our morph ball, which is always the first item. Anyone want to take a guess? Simply at the second item to be found. Will it be ammo? Will it be a suit? I do believe SMRAT logic allows a suit in any location, anywhere. Wonderful moonfalls from both runners. And some wonderful ledge, not ledge grabs, but gap skips from cemo rocks. Those are not easy. Yes, get your predictions in for which suit to be found first, in case there is a suit down here. We will be ending the predictions before they leave this room for sure. Okay, morph ball has been gotten. Going down to the alpha missile location, we are going to see what is the first item? High jump boots. This is kind of nice. it puts the ceiling item in the next room into logic. And if you have practiced the climb with it, it does speed up the climb if you are used to it. Always a nice find though, because if you mess up getting the ceiling item and you really want it, it can be really annoying. Okay. And then just some missiles. So we have an E-tank and some missiles at Beta Missile Room. So we're going to be headed all the way up to Bomb Terizo. The prediction is closed because we could have found a suit in this room. So yeah, it can ruin the predictions. All right, gonna be making our way back through. This is the pit room revisit. This is a little annoying with high jump. It's not too bad, especially if you're cemo and you just do gap skips all the way across. Oh wow. Okay, Beamer also doing gap skips. Not wanting to put up with those high jump boots. Good job from both of our runners. That is not easy. That is a very difficult strat. A very nice climb from Cemo Rocks, having to do so with the high jump boots. And it looks like OK Beamer is having just also a nice easy time going up there. These rooms can be quite difficult with high jump because generally when you're practicing for non-randomizer, you won't have high jump. Heading down into BT. See what bombs we get. This has to either be bombs or power bombs. It will be regular bombs. Regular bombs. Does anyone remember the odds of actual bombs? Oh my goodness. I don't remember, but I remember it's not common. I want to say it was a single digit percent. It is not common to find bombs in this room. All right, so this opens up a lot of questions for our runners. Do they go and make a gauntlet check, which is a very difficult gauntlet check? Sailor Jade saying 6 to 8%, they think. That sounds about right to me. A gauntlet check would be very difficult. Bombs alone is kind of hard, and we don't have a lot of health, no suits. It's certainly not in logic, but these players could absolutely decide to check it. It's also a slow check, so I wouldn't be surprised if they skip. Very nice Alcatraz from cemo. And going to the right? Oh, nope, changes his mind. Let's see if OK Beamer has his... Yep, also a very nice Alcatraz. They both are very skilled in doing so with high jump boots. Cemo Rocks making his way to 230 missiles. And just missiles. Nothing big here. Could have been a nice time save to skip it, but the safe play is to get it. Ah, yes. A good note from WJG in chat. Going right might have just been muscle memory from power bombs. Absolutely makes sense. Oh, Cemo Rocks going down. Going to be checking Old Mother Brain. This could be huge. It's either going to be a little time waste, not too bad, since high jump boots can make the climb a little quicker. Aw, just missiles. Picks them up anyway. Already came down here. Get your prize. And Beamer is making a save. Beamer appears to be making the gauntlet play. I see no other reason to come out here. While Cemo makes his climb. Yep, Beamer turning off high jump boots. High jump boots absolutely make these wall jumps more difficult. First try, right up the wall, no big deal. Very nicely done. I'm very curious how this is going to go for Beamer. I have no doubts that Beamer is capable, but I'm curious about how quickly he will be able to get through this gauntlet. And Cemo Rocks also going this way. Very nicely done by Beamer there. If you watch, he laid the bomb and then got bomb bounced by it. so that it kept him out of the acid. Wonderful strat, very well executed. Keeping these bottom blocks so he doesn't have to stand in the acid or even worry about it at all. Not too worried about the waiver hits. They're not that bad. It's far more important just to avoid the acid. Ooh, little clip into that block there. All right, very skillfully done. Very nice. Cemo leaving his high jump on. Just missiles at the front of Gauntlet, but we still have the back of Gauntlet. 2 items at the back of Gauntlet, in fact. And the fact that both runners are going this way, whether there is or isn't something, it won't be the winner loss of the race. Very excited to find out what we get to see, or what items are back here. This good job on that one right there from Beamer. There's spikes right above. It's very easy to take a lot of damage right there. Nicely done by Cemo making his way through the front. Ooh, look at those little wall jumps from Beamer. Oh, those tiny little wall jumps. Very nicely done. Didn't even touch the acid in the back. Very nice. Cemo making it through almost unscathed as well through the front, going to find his missiles. And in the back we have power bombs and ice. This is huge because if power bombs aren't in logic for quite a while, they'll be able to do a lot of checks they couldn't otherwise do. Ice beam, of course, is always useful. Wonderful to have. Usually you're just worried about it for Turian, but just knowing that you have it means that you don't need as much ammo, because that makes Zeb skip quite easy for these runners. Checking Terminator E-Tank location, just missiles, no big deal. But it's good not to forget the location, it can be easy to forget. Ooh, Cemo playing it safe. Cemo playing it safe. I like that play. Ooh, hits that acid a little bit there. Ooh, makes it through. Very nice. All right. Gonna grab a 20 health from that, I believe Zebo is that enemy name. He could count on that because they're very unlikely to drop missiles, and if it drops a super missile and you don't have super missiles or are full, they will drop a health. Yeah, logical PBs could be really just about anywhere. Oh, Cemo almost missing that ice beam. Oh, my heart skipped a beat for him. Oh my goodness. Now, the good news is, if he had missed ice, it isn't as bad as it would seem, because he could simply route it in on his way back to Turian. It would still be a time loss, but not as bad as one might think, until you realize you could just route it in on the way, especially if they find Screw Attack and Space Jump. Very astute at the back of Brinstar Reserve. That is not in logic. Very astute is not in logic, but it still counts for the prediction. Okay, that's a big deal. Both runners will be getting that. Ooh, there's that Screw Attack. That's going to make me wonder if they're going to find Space Jump. Oh wait, they have bombs and Screw Attack. That's logic. Is that logic for a Gauntlet at this health? It might be. And if not, I'm sure there's E-Tanks around, so those power bombs, I would consider them, as a runner, I would consider them in logic no matter what. Oh my goodness. It does look like someone else ended it. Ah, redemption in the chat. Being sneaky. Just some missiles down here at Edicoon's E-Tank location. But we got something in the door. Oh no, can't get in the door. No supers. I almost forgot. I did kind of forget. But these power bombs are in logic, I'm pretty sure, because Screw Attack for through logic and bombs for up logic. I don't think it requires any specific amount of health. Yeah, late supersede. Supers... Correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe supers could be logically at Spore Spawn. That would be something else for sure. Could the logic require them to take those power bombs to to Red Tower, top of Red Tower. That would be some gross logic. I would love to see it. That would be wonderful. Ah, criteria PBs are also in logic. Yeah. What do we have? Oh, there's our supers. Sad times all around. Very well. It's so nice having Varia and Screw Attack for this Mission Impossible room. Nothing is very scary now. That Varia suit gives a lot of protection for our spikes, as well as the enemies a bit too. And Screw Attack makes them, no issue. But nothing of use really in there. No big deal. Could have skipped, but you never know. You never want to skip these early checks unless you feel you have to make a play, like a major play. All right, going into Spore Spawn Supers, doing a little farm on the way. I like seeing a little farm on the way. It's really useful. It's quick, and you could easily get supers that matter. We've only got one pack so far. A reserve tank, picking it up. I also like picking up reserve tanks early. Even with 2 E-tanks already, I could see skipping it, but it could really come in clutch. With high jump boots and Varia suit, they might be thinking they might be doing a lava dive out of logic, but I could still see it coming. And every bit of health counts in Lower Norfair, even with Screw Attack. Alright, we have Wave Gate. Successful Wave Gate from both of our runners. Just missiles behind there, though. Nothing too exciting. Alright, now making our way down to the charge beam location. Just missiles next to it. Cemo placing that power bomb so that he only has to lay 1. And just missiles at charge beam. So not really a lot in Brinstar in logic. The Varia suit was out of logic, and the Screw Attack put our power bombs in logic. Other than that, now that's telling me that what is in logic might be locked behind power bombs. It doesn't have to be, but it might be. I might be tempted to go... that's a good question. 2 criteria power bombs if I wanted to make a play going up. More power bombs in the tube, very useful. 10 is honestly enough. They have ice, they have 10 power bombs, they have regular bombs. I would only pick up another pack of power bombs in case I wanted to Crystal Flash. That's a possibility. But 10 feels very comfortable. You don't have to worry so much about... Yep, gotta kill that guy. Yep, there you go. Get that super missile. Alright. Looks like Cemo is going... Where is he going? That is a good question. Okay, Beamer going down Red Tower. Cemo... I'm very curious what Cemo Rock's plan is. Because I feel like if you were going to go up Red Tower, you would just go up Red Tower. Oh, he's checking the Edakun's super door. I like this. This is good. Because if this is anything useful at all, Beamer will almost not be getting it. And if it's required, it's going to be a while before. Oh, no, it's just missiles. I'm so disappointed. I liked the play, it just didn't work out. I'm very upset. I did not see what was at Spazer, but based on our loadout, I'm going to say an energy tank. So useful, certainly better than missiles. And high jump boots does put Kraid into early logic. That's nice to have. Well, the bombs do as well, for that matter. A lot of times you'll see uh, early Kraid, but it's not in logic actually, so this is nice for once. We have power bombs in the wall. Debates it. Ooh, that was a lot of thinking about that. Personally, I would have picked them up for the chance at a crystal flash later on in case I get myself in a scary situation. But I can certainly see an argument for skipping them. Heck, there's an okay chance you'll just run into some later by accident. Ooh, we have cemo rocks going through reverse meme route. I don't know if he intends to go up or if he will simply check what's down here below. Supers are certainly nice. If that's all he finds, it would be a bit of a disappointment, but they are very nice to have. And a wonderful, wonderful quick kill from Beamer. Quick to the point, space jump. Space jump means that getting across the moat is now in logic, but killing Phantoon is still not in logic. So that would still be a pretty low percentage play. Unless you hope to find Gravity Suit either on the moat, which space jump wasn't required to get, or in the ocean, or at spooky missiles. Oh yes, it does. But not finding a whole lot there. Couple E-tanks. Yep. So, more energy. Now, if we find a speed booster, I'm going to be starting to wonder about wrecked ship, because we're getting close to the amount of energy required. So a speed booster would put Varia in logic, and then we get our logic for wrecked ship completed. Down here, we have high jump boots location in logic, which is 3 checks. But that Varia suit's not in logic, so anything else Beamer does down here is not in logic. Doesn't mean it's a bad play, just noting that I wouldn't be expecting to find, like certainly speed booster couldn't be down here because that would be required to get Varia. Alright, some supers in the front. Missiles up top. What is it, the actual high jump boots location, though? It is... Nice shot. Hitting all the blocks. More supers. No progression. Which means if cemo goes up... Nope. Cemo is going down. Going to be making all the same checks as OK Beamer. This means that Beamer has a bit of a lead now, having already done all of these checks. And will be either doing out of logic checks or going up toward wrecked ship. And top of red tower for that matter. Oh, and also X-ray. X-ray location is now in logic. I can see checking ice on the way. It's a bit of a slow check, but if you luck yourself into even just a plasma beam, or obviously a suit, if you find gravity suit, that would be huge. But there are lots of useful items out there that I'm sure he'd like to have for a wrecked ship play or anything else. Yep. Oh yes, there's quite a few items up top that are in logic, but that space jump specifically put X-ray and everything past the moat in logic for 2 items there. Criteria PBs was in from the bombs, and moat is in once you have power bombs. You can just jump to it. SMRAT's choosing to get these power bombs. I like that choice, personally. What do we have in Crumble Tower? It is power bombs. I would definitely skip those power bombs. That is an annoying pickup. Even with space jump, it can be easy to get stuck falling down the room and wasting a bunch of time. Absolutely worth skipping that one. Alright, cemo on his way to Kraid. Will we see a second Kraid quick kill? I think so. I think so. All right, Beamer going to the out of logic checks. We'll see if this pays off. I like the play, especially if he feels comfortable taking on Ridley with this loadout, assuming he gets the ammo to do so. Currently does not have enough ammo to kill Ridley. But you're already down here with screw attack. If he feels comfortable making that play, absolutely make that play. Going down, checking that item in the bottom right. It's just an E-tank. Honestly, probably worth the pickup if you're going for lower Norfair. It looks like he is going to pick that up. Killing the Ripper on the way by. It'll give him a nice little super missile drop, I'm sure. It should at least. Unless he's very unlucky. Yep, there it is. Oh, skipping the super drop. Oh my goodness. If you're going to be going down, take every super you can get. Cemo, wow, Cemo moves fast. I was over here looking at the right side to see what items we were finding, and I missed just so much. Which I assume means he got the quick kill, because that was very fast. He also chooses to go down. Absolutely the right play. If you've already gone down, check your high jump boot location at least. At the least. More supers here. If I were Beamer, I'd probably pick up the missiles too. Everything matters if you're gonna make that play. Go down. Nope, skipping the missiles. He does... Let me think about this. He would need 12. No, he does not have enough ammo yet to kill Ridley. I'd be surprised if he didn't get enough supers on the way, but it could happen. It could absolutely happen. Making our way toward the speed booster location while Cemo checks the ice checks that we've already seen from Beamer. This long run down the hallway without speed booster. Just missiles in the ceiling and another E-tank. You have to remember, though, that this E-tank is not in logic. And the one down below was also not in logic. Alright, so now, well, Beamer will check wave location. Already here, no doubt about that. But then the question of where does Beamer go? He would need, I'm trying to think, 12 times 5. He would need 60 missiles with these 20 supers, or another super missile pack. Oh, there's another super missile pack. He technically has enough to kill Ridley now without using power bombs. You think speed in ocean? Ooh, I like that option. Speed in the ocean, then you go get Variasuit. That would be hilarious. I like that. Which would make Wrecked Ship the play. More super missiles. So, Beamer making quick work. Cemo really just behind because he made a couple extra checks that didn't work out. Going back for the Edikun super missile door. And also checking Old Mother Brain. And going reverse meme route. And checking Billy Mays. Nothing of use really there. Just some energy, some supers. Nothing to write home about. So all the slower checks he's decided to do haven't panned out yet. Giving OK Beamer the lead. Alright, looks like a save at Bubble Mountain means we will almost definitely be seeing this lava dive. I have no doubt that Beamer will be getting this lava dive. But if it goes a little rough, it's still pretty scary. I always feel like it's one of those tricks that I get at first try, or I mess it up a little bit too much. Cemo skipping those power bombs. Good call. Already has a max of 15. Can Crystal Flash if needed. Getting a little refill over here. Also like this call. It's faster, I think, to farm super missiles here than it is in Lower Norfair. And he's going to want a lot of super missiles for killing pirates and such for his worst room in the game, among other things. Oh, I did forget that we had Spazer in that room. That is a nice find. It's a little bit of damage, although, ooh, taking a hit from that flame kind of hurts. Can't freeze these guys without plasma. Let's see this jump. It's a good jump. Second, oh, misses it. Still has plenty of health to try again. No big deal there. Just do it again. That wasn't interesting. It looked like he got stuck in the jaw of Namihe. I liked that. That was interesting. Grab at Croc. That's a possibility. That would be interesting, because then we could get a, you know, one of the runners just skipping and the other one getting it. It could either extend Beamer's lead or completely reverse. That would be fun. It could also just be wave beam at the ship, at the moat or red tower, and then speed at Croc as well. Oh wait, no, it can't be speed at Croc because you need Varisuit to get there. Never mind, my bad. Yep, need speed for Varia. I said it and then immediately remembered, oh yeah, you don't need supers to kill the pirates because he has space jump and screw. Never mind. He is checking here. I don't know what he's checking here for. Maybe something like charge beam. You could absolutely find charge or plasma back here. It's a little bit of a slow check though. Oh, thank you for picking those up. I'm glad you picked those up. Yep. He technically has enough ammo to kill Ridley. It's just scary. That's true, yeah. Yeah, but I usually see most runners skip Mickey Mouse, if they can. It's just kind of slow. Door transitions and all that. For one item. Alright. Cemo going through his wave check. Just gonna find some supers, pick those up. Beamer deciding to check this Fireflea's spot first. Just missiles. Just some disappointing missiles. Honestly, though, at this point, I could see him picking up missiles. There are a lot of supers in these seats, generally. But if you get unlucky and you just don't find supers, you can end up wasting a lot of time having to do a lot of checks. As said, he does have Ice Beam, so it's not so bad. Can Zeb skip, no big deal there. I guess we'll get to see what's at the back of Wasteland. This is a check you should almost never skip. And it's just an energy tank, but if they find Charge Beam, they will have enough energy to do stand-up glitch. If they feel comfortable doing so, without X-ray. Alright, Cemo going into his lava dive. Nice and smooth so far. Good first jump. Little high, has to worry about that flame. Very nicely done. First try. Very nicely done. While Beamer takes on his metal pirates, which are immune to screw attack. Of course, they give you screw attack, and then shortly after give you an enemy that's immune. Alright, making our way into pre-Ridley room. I expect a quick farm here. Trying to get super missiles. Just not having a lot of luck with these drops, though. Oop. Getting away from him there. Oop, there's a super. Make sure you grab that. That's worth it. Open the door, come back and fill up. Absolutely. Every super is worth 6 regular missiles here, and it is a 30-shot super missile fight. So if he gets full supers, the missiles are only there for if he misses a super. Beautiful. 30 supers. Didn't have too bad of RNG on that. Cemo also choosing to check the mouse location. All right, into Ridley. After Ridley turns pink, it will be 14 more supers. Ooh, little acid bath, but that's not too bad. Having Varia in these randomizers, Varia does reduce quite a bit of the acid damage. And he has lots of energy. I believe that was a missed super. I saw back a few missiles required, but getting a good positioning here and can just unload missiles in to make sure Ridley is dead. I'm sure Ridley is far dead now. Very nice. All right. What is in the back behind Ridley? No doubt we'll be seeing this check. Very common to find charge beam here. Just supers, but certainly worth it. Certainly worth it. If he doesn't take any more missiles, he will need 25 more super missiles. He'll need 5 more super packs minimum for the Mother Brain fight. He has enough missiles to take care of the glass with just the missiles already. Nice metal pirates from Cemo. Oh, nice little high five there in the metal pirates room. Very nice. Where do we think we'll find Gravity? I'm still betting on... I'm betting on Wrecked Ship. I think that Gravity will be at Wrecked Ship. We'll find Speed on the way in, and then Gravity in the top of Wrecked Ship. That's what I would like to see. That leaves us the option of one of the players deciding to skip Wrecked Ship, which would be a very risky play. I would be surprised to see it at that point. That would be actually very shocking at this point, because then they'd be choosing to go back to the Croc. So that's not going to happen, actually. Criteria PBs. We would have to have a prediction of, will Gravity be at Croc? Or I guess, will Gravity be at Wrecked Ship? Yes or no. That could be a possibility. I certainly expect to find Speed there or Criteria PBs. My personal favorite place for a suit is Criteria PBs, so Gravity there would be wonderful to see. Cemo also having a nice, comfy Ridley fight. And Beamer playing it safe with this acid. I like that play. What do we have here? More supers. Absolutely picking up those supers. All the ammo he can get. Cemo, I believe, has made up a few seconds, if not about a minute, in this Modern Warfare. But I may be wrong. I feel like the gap is a little less than it was a bit ago. Once again, for anyone who joined late, Cemo is only behind really because he made some checks that Beamer chose not to, and they just didn't happen to pan out. So all right, so making our way, Beamer looks like going down to Croc. This looks like a Croc play. I could see no other reason to go down here right now. Even going for the... Oh, choosing to farm first. I like this too. In case Croc goes a little bit awry, you don't have to worry too much. And I feel like if you're deciding to make the Croc play, you're saying that I'm gonna find something here, and usually my opponent will skip it. So the time to farm, no big deal. Ooh, nice. 2 tries there. Very nice. That is a frame perfect glitch with that particular setup. That was very nice. Super's in jail. I didn't see that earlier. I don't think that's worth picking up. They still have Meridia to go through and Wrecked Ship. There's enough easy pickups on the way that that jail just takes too long, especially without Spring Ball. There we go. Ooh, the slow through the acid. Cemo's like, I'm not waiting. I've made all these checks that didn't work out for me. I'm not waiting for the acid. Beamer with the vertical jumps there. Nicely done. All right, nothing right behind Croc. I guess we get to find out there are, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe 4 more checks down here that he can check. All of which would be in logic if the various suit were in logic. So gravity could be here. And I certainly understand making these checks. And you say, well, if I had Varia, gravity could absolutely be here. So, you know, if it is here and he didn't check this, it would be way back to come get it. Looks like cemo also choosing to make the Croc play. Was kind of hoping he wouldn't, just so we would have the variance there, but so be it. Wave Beam. Wave Beam is very nice. They already checked the Wave Gate. This doesn't really put anything into logic, but it's a nice beam to have. Charge Beam, and they'll have new route beams. The Wave in Wave Room. Yeah, actually, that's kind of nice. I like that. All right, cemo about to do his Croc play. I found out recently why everyone shoots 2 missiles at Croc, even in that first section where he only moves a tiny step. Apparently, it actually buffers that damage, so that the next time he opens his mouth, he'll work, and you shoot him, he'll walk back even farther. I thought it was a wasted missile, and it is not. Ooh, the nice double super on that. That was pretty. That should be enough to kill Croc. Charge Beam at the top. That, if that's all he finds down here, it's hard to say it's worth it. Oh, did he already check the other item and I missed it? Aw. Doesn't look like it was anything good. Well, Wave and Charge might be worth it. Maybe. They're certainly nice, since he came down here anyway. But being only 4 super packs away from go mode anyway, maybe not. But it is nice insurance, so you don't have to worry about missing a shot on Mother Brain nearly as much. Alright, looks like we're going to be going up. I imagine to Wrecked Ship. Well, X-Ray on the way and Red Tower, of course. Now, Beamer could choose, I would be surprised, but could choose to go back and grab Meme Route, but that would be very surprising. The only reason he might do so is because he has Space Jump, but that would be out of the way and slow. I'm not expecting that play. I'm expecting X-Ray to Red Tower to Wrecked Ship. He may possibly check Criteria PBs before Wrecked Ship. Doesn't take terribly long with this setup. Could save you a lot of time if gravity's there. And you go clear all of Wrecked Ship, you know? Alright, cemo on his way to get his charge beam. We'll at least be happy to see it. These routes have been honestly exactly the same except for the couple extra checks that cemo did along the way. Mostly the Billy Mays check, although the Edikun super missile door was a little slow, but certainly, in my opinion, worth the play because if you leave it behind, it's going to be left way behind. Ooh, Beamer falling down on the spikes, and just an E-tank at X-ray. Says no thank you. I already have 7 of those, and a reserve tank for that matter. Ah, yes. cemo also checked the early Mother Brain, or old Mother Brain, and found, I believe, just missiles there. Yep. Which wasn't a bad play, because he had high jump, making climb even faster than usual there. Yep, Beamer going straight up Red Tower, exactly as expected at this point, considering the checks that are left. And down toward Alpha Power Bomb's location. cemo making his way up through Business Center will be, I would expect, going the same way. Ooh, a spring ball. Gotta get that spring ball. So nice to have. And in the back, grappling beam. Oh my goodness. 2 majors. If gravity's at beta power bombs, Red Tower was stacked. Oh my goodness. Technically, you aren't wrong, Vibrant Colors. They do have everything they need for Suitless Meridia. But of course, that would not be in logic. We could not find gravity there in this particular rule set. An X-ray scope. It is another major item. I understand skipping it. I don't like it, but I understand skipping it. The odds of finding plasma before Fantoon aren't great. And you already have grapple for Dragon. But I still prefer the microwave kill. It feels a lot easier and more reliable. I just personally am a fan of picking up X-ray, though there's certainly a lot of reason not to there. All right, the Criteria Power Bombs check. This is my personal favorite location. Everyone, cross your fingers. Hope that we find a suit here, just because it's my favorite location. It is! Oh, yes, this seed. This beautiful seed. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I love everything about this seed now. Look at this. This is beautiful. I love it. cemo trying to get the shot up through that hole and not fall back down, but that's very difficult. Oh my goodness. All right, so that puts Beamer in go mode. Has everything he needs to even logically finish, let alone being capable of doing so. I expect to see him check absolutely nothing at this point. cemo getting his grappling beam, and I expect his spring ball as he leaves the room. As Beamer makes his way down to Fantoon, what patterns do you suppose we'll see today? I'm counting on, with this loadout, a slow, mid, fast. Slow, mid, fast. That's what I'm counting on here. cemo going back down? Where is cemo rocks going? Is he making the suitless Meridia play? Oh my goodness. We know it's a bad call, but he doesn't. Oh, I missed that looks like a slow. Was the first one a slow, I think? Slow fast. But missed the eye opening. That is unfortunate. All right, gets it first try when he reopens. And a little early on the Doppler. All right, cemo rocks on the left and the mid to end. So I believe, I'm not sure about the first one. So slow, fast, mid, I do believe. And into almost 100%. Oh, and another mid. That is a rare mid, that left mid. Very rare. Slow, fast, mid, I do believe. That is a rare eye-opening right there. Yeah, I can't believe he wasn't ready for that. That is very uncommon. Yep, leaving wreck chip. I expect to see no checks made here. No time for that right now. Just go. As cemo has made it to the top of Meridia here. Going to be doing some wonderful grapple strats across. Almost vanilla grapple strats. You're just not wearing a gravity suit, you know? If anything, it actually kind of makes it easier. A little bit of slow-mo to help you out there, you know? While we know that cemo is certainly behind, I'm loving this suitless Meridia show. I always love to watch a suitless Meridia. Hopping over the snail, we get to see a grapple jump here. This is a wonderful little glitch where you swing, and while you still have upward momentum, you morph and unmorph. Oop, have to do it quickly. You got to keep that upward momentum. All right. It's a little tougher with spring ball equipped because without spring ball equipped, you can just mash jump to unmorph and then jump. And with spring ball equipped, you have to press up and then jump. So if you're used to doing it by just mashing jump, it just changes the required inputs. Beamer on his way down. That is the best moonfall. I love that moonfall. And this wonderful little ice clip. Super easy ice clip, by the way. If you've never done it, I promise you can do it just watching him do it. It is pretty easy to do as long as you already know what you need to do. Alright, so we've got ourselves, it's going to be a pretty slow botch wound fight here. Each shot is worth 300 damage, so this is going to take 10 shots. 4 so far have made correct contact. Nice shot. The 7th was a really good hit. 8, 9, and 10. That's it. Dead snake. Alright, and Beamer is right on his tail to catch up, except that cemo has not killed Fantoon yet. I love this play. Now, that even, you know, if Beamer does win this, as would be expected as he is ahead, that is not the end for cemo. This is match 1. The second match will be right after this one. I do believe your commentator for that one will be Fearon Burgundy. And then if Beamer did win this one and cemo won that one, of course, then they'd go to a game 3. And even whoever loses the series still gets to go on and see who takes third overall in the bracket. There we go. Yes, race 2 starts at 1:30 Eastern Daylight Time, or whenever this race is over. So we will have a back-to-back match here. They have not scheduled their third match if it were to be next. Yes, Gravity Suit was at Criteria PBs. Thank you very much. That is my favorite spot for a suit. That said, we still have not seen Speed Booster. Honestly, thinking about it, I can almost guarantee it was in the ocean, and Beamer should have looked for it there. Either in the ocean or at Spooky Missiles. And Speed Booster absolutely would have been worth the time for both of those checks, having Gravity Suit on the way by. Now, of course, Beamer doesn't know that Speed had to be there. In his mind, it could have also been at Billy Mays or Eddie Kuhn's, the super missile door, because they didn't have super missiles when they went there. So there were a few locations. I could see why he might have skipped it. But there was still a pretty good chance that Speed was in those two locations, even with the knowledge that he had on his own. That's true. We had Gravity and Spring Ball. So Sandpits and Meridia were in Logic. Oh, that's a good point. Actually, that changes everything. That changes everything. Okay, no, absolutely skipping those locations made sense. Speed could not be a GT because Varia was speed locked. Can't get there. Speed is the only major progression item that can be found in Lower Norfair, though. You can find things like high jump, but high jump isn't required in every seed, whereas speed is technically required in every seed. Cemo made a wonderful exit on Dragon, actually still technically ahead in Meridia for Beamer, ahead of Beamer, although that will not last long here. I expect, yep, right here, past, goodbye. Beamer on his way down the sandpit. That is the correct way to go. For sure. Alright, now Beamer simply just needs to go to G4. I honestly expect we'll see a ship refill because the supers are so much faster than charge shots. It would be worth it to guarantee full supers, or at least very close to, for Mother Brain. I do think it'd be worth it. And the slowest part, oh, these wonderful wall jumps from Cemo. These are great. Look at those wonderful wall jumps. That is not easy. But the sorry about that. The oh, I can't think now. I lost my train of thought. But the supers would be useful. Oh yes, the slow spot in refilling of a ship is generally your health, because it refills over time, and his health's almost full. So no big deal stopping for supers there. Yes, and he does stop for the refill. I absolutely think this is worth the time. Yeah, it kind of depends, Whales. Like if Speed Booster was, or yeah, if it's at the back of, in this seat, it's hard to say that because we know Cemo knows all these locations, and that gravity has to be either at Criteria PBs or in wrecked ship somewhere. So for this seed, it would be hard to justify, but there are plenty of seeds where you can't know where Speed Booster is, and then it could be at the back in wrecked ship reserve. So in a worst case scenario, then the suitless might be faster. Yes, Dragon is down for both runners. All right. Making way through Metroid 1. Playing it safe. That's great. These Metroid rooms can get dicey if you're not careful. I like playing them safe in a race setting. 100%. That said, Beamer has enough power bombs in case things go really weird, and has bombs as well to knock the Metroids off if necessary. Getting some very poor super drops from these Metroids. We'll see if Beamer decides to missile the last room or just go. Nope, just go. It's fine. And get some decent drops out of these ones too. So that's nice. Has that charge beam, doesn't have to worry too much. A few missing supers isn't the end of the world. Alright. No speed booster. I do not expect to see a baby skip, and he is damaging down. Which can be done very quickly by holding L or R, but I usually see people use L, and spin jumping into the side hopper if you have screw attack. You can also use pseudo screws, but it's not as quick because you have to charge up your charge beam. Oh, not facing right. Now, honestly, most people when facing right end up losing time because they face right early instead of walking left. But still, it's nice to see, you know, the facing right. Oh yeah, cemo with the 2-round with the double on-screen X factors. Very nice. You can tell cemo has run some old route. That is a very nice strat. You honestly don't see those on-screen ones very often because they're quite difficult. Oh, and a wonderful down back Zeb skip from OK Beamer. Also not a free strat. That is kind of difficult in my opinion as well. Certainly takes some practice. Deciding to just missile Mother Brain 1 all the way down. That's fine. That way you can keep your super missiles for round 2 and keep your count nice for avoiding the catch-up beam. Alright, into Mother Brain 2. I expect not a lot of trouble here. Plenty of super missiles as well as the charge beam. Plenty of health. The real question is, will we see a stand-up glitch? Has to be careful now if he wants to do a stand-up glitch. You have to have 7 full E-tanks. Lots of onion rings coming out. A nice dodge back there. Very nice. Ooh, gets onion ringed again. All right, we will not be seeing the stand-up glitch from OK Beamer today. Oh, actually, he could choose to use his reserve tank to make it work. I assume that is full because he refilled at the ship. Nope, just damaging down, playing it safe. That's fine, especially since it's a risky strat, especially without X-ray. In a race setting, you certainly don't want to get stuck to the floor in a bad spot. So, without X-ray, I personally prefer not doing stand-up glitch, but I'd love to see it as a commentator. Cemo going through his Metroid Room 1. I imagine he feels probably behind, considering the extra checks he made that didn't pan out, and then the suitless Meridia play. Like, if I were him, I'd be checking to see that dot done every door transition. But honestly, for having done all those extra checks and a suitless Meridia, he has made great time. Ooh, getting grabbed by a single Metroid here. That's annoying. There he goes. Got out of there. That can be a real panic situation. Still plenty of health, so he doesn't have to panic too much. But those Rinkas, I swear, they're just terrible when you're dealing with that. Also getting the damage down, also knowing the fast damage down strats. The way this actually works is that the screw attack resets your iframes, so that once you screw attack again, you can get hit again. No baby skip, no surprise. Choosing to face right. I like this face right because he got far enough that he's not really going to lose any time. He's got to shoot out the moss anyway on his way over. So sitting down to face right there, absolutely. Absolutely every time. All right, Mother Brain 3 is down. Wasn't really worried about Mother Brain 3. Mother Brain 2 is generally far more dangerous for our runners. And just making the escape. Doesn't have speed. Will he remember? He didn't make the jump, but it didn't look like he forgot either. So often, myself and other runners will just forget that we don't have speed booster and start running through the bottom and then realize. Another nice down back Zeb skip from Cemo as well. Both of our runners managing to get that trick. Just freezes the Rinkas on screen. This does cause some lag, but you also save the time not shooting them again. So, not really sure what is technically faster. Yes, Fearon Burgundy will be your comms for the second match. I hopped in here because, well, someone had to do it. And these runners certainly deserve the restream. Every race deserves a restream. Alright, Beamer coming up on the end here has finished. Oh, it's about to finish. And has now finished in first place with a time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 47 seconds officially. GG's to Beamer. What a seed indeed. What a seed indeed. What a seed. Let's see here. We had Varia out of logic early on, and it stayed out of logic for the entire seed because they never found speed. It was at Brinstar Reserve in the back, all the way in the wall. Power bombs were at the back of Gauntlet, and that was in logic, but not when they went there because they found Screw Attack. Also, those were never in logic because they didn't have Speed Booster, and Speed Booster also locked Screw Attack. So we will have to find out where Speed was officially, but I do believe the only possible location was inside Wrecked Ship, and Gravity Suit up at Criteria Power Bombs put Wrecked Ship in logic early. So it would have put your Speed Booster inside the Wrecked Ship, and... Oh, Mama Turtle, that's true. It could have been in some Meridia places. You're right. I keep forgetting about it because we were thinking of Wrecked Ship early on. And, yep, I kept thinking Wrecked Ship early on, so that threw me off. You are absolutely right. Meridia is possible. As long as they had power bombs to do so. Which they would have needed power bombs to get to Wrecked Ship anyway, so... Alright, cemo going through his Mother Brain 3. Deciding to finish this seed out. Alright, let's watch these credits. They will tell us where Speed Booster is. Alright, here we go. Speed Booster. Oh no. Speed Booster at Shat Tool. Oh, that's so mean. At least for these runners, it wasn't required. But for a runner who is choosing to do SMRAT, because they're a newer runner, because they're a beginner, that's a little out of the way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes. Before this particular race ends, I do want to give a shout out to WJG. I do believe he always says not to follow him. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, WJG. But also to Sailor Jade on tracking. Make sure to throw her a follow. And of course, follow our runners. Of course, follow our runners. Here we have Cemo Rocks and OK Beamer. Yes. Yeah, WJG says, do not follow me, I do not stream. So, I mean, follow him instead. Follow him anyway. What's he gonna do? End up with a follower count, higher than, those of us who do stream? Of course, since I'm the only one on comms, I will give the shout out to myself. I also stream Super Metroid, among a couple other things. So feel free to follow me as well. It feels weird to say it, but I'm the only person on comms, so I will. And cemo has finished officially... Oh! Not on the restream yet. It is in the SRL, though. The lag is there. But he has finished in second place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 52 seconds with a suitless Meridia and no speed booster. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Not a bad time at all, considering the seed, how many things he checked and didn't find the necessary items and choosing to do the suitless Meridia. That's a pretty good time. His movement was very nice. Very nice. Operation completed successfully. GG's to both of our runners. Such a good race. It was a wonderful suitless from cemo, and it was great to watch. Is there anything else we would like to know where it was? Plasma beam. I didn't look where plasma was. I always like to know where the beams were, especially all the ones that aren't spazer. But spazer too. Alright, looks like we're going to have a short break between the two matches. May not wait all the way until the 1:30 time that the race is scheduled. But one mentioned grabbing a small snack and just kind of stretching their legs. I absolutely understand that. Perhaps mermaid missiles. Where is mermaid missiles? Oh, isn't that in the ocean? Is that what mermaid missiles is? That makes sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. The Little Mermaid Cove there. That's actually a really cute name. I like that a lot. All right, we got our chance to see it here because I didn't see it earlier. Yes. And plasma beam is all the way at the bottom of the list, isn't it? Missile outside wrecked ship bottom, I believe is what that would say. So yes, mermaid missiles. Mermaid missiles. All right. Thank you everyone for being here. We are going to have a approximately 10-minute or so break. No guarantee on the exact length. Speedrunners Arena will be going down to separate the two races for VODs. But then it will come back up when that race is about ready. And you will have Fioran Burgundy as your commentator, and I believe the rest of the stream will remain the same. Thank you everyone for being here. I hope to see you here. I will be in chat, hanging out for the next race. Keep being amazing. Hope to see you in a few minutes.